Hello and welcome to the city of Tokyo. This actually is the city of Shinjuku. Tokyo is a metropolitan area, and we're going to look at the hotels, the accommodations here in this part of the city of Tokyo, Shinjuku. How you doing, everybody? I thought that this would be a great time to take a look at accommodations. A lot of people are coming for spring in 2025. The prices, Shinjuku is kind of a more expensive place than usual. We're going to look at some of the cheapest and some of the most expensive accommodations in this area. Now, let's get right to the point here. So I did a Google search, and we're going to be using Google for a lot of this. For May, just to take a look at the prices, 2 months in the future, I scaled this down to just hotels that were under $100 a night. And in this area, it's actually a lot less. Hold on a second. It's actually a lot less hotels available at that price point in this area than other areas. But this area, the Shinjuku, is broken down. We're going to do it into 4 different sections here. There's Shinjuku Station. This is the Tochomai area, and this is the Nishi Shinjuku area with Okubo, Shin Okubo. This is maybe the cheapest area. I'm just panning around. You can see all of the hotels. Yamnote Rest House is maybe the cheapest. We'll look at that in this episode. Higashi Shinjuku. This is Kabukicho right here where I am right now. The prices are mixed in this area. And then we have Shinjuku Park, which is the last area. We're going to take a look at that as well. You can see the range of Shinjuku is quite a lot, the amount of hotels you can go. So I increased it to over $125 to see what accommodations, and there are a lot more accommodations at this price point in this area than under $100. Just to let you know, the Tochomai area, which is where the government building is, all the skyscrapers, that area has got a lot of them, like the Grand Hyatt and the Hilton and the Marriott and all that. And some of the smaller hotels, they're near the park as well. But we're going to look at that in this episode. Zilla across the street. We're going to look at what this hotel looks like. That's the Hotel Gramercy. It's maybe one of the most famous ones in the area. It's quite nice, but I want you to taper your expectations. No matter where you are in the city of Tokyo, you're going to get a small room. So the prices that you pay, you pretty much get what you pay for on the whole. All right, let's break this down here. I'm going to pull this up, and let's go right to the cheapest place. I asked ChatGPT what the cheapest place was, and they said there's a place called Unplanned Shinjuku for $25 a night. It's a budget option, but here's the reality of it. I actually went into Google and I searched it, and Unplanned Japan right now is going for 17,500 yen because of the high season. So it's very hard to kind of get this budget accommodation based on searching. So when it comes to booking in Shinjuku, you're going to get different prices with different platforms that you check. Booking.com, Google.com, TripAdvisor.com, Rakuten.com, Rakuten Travel. There's a Jalan.net, which is the Japanese one. I find that the prices, based on the deals, the hotels have collaborations, and you could seriously reduce the price by searching different platforms. In this, we're going to be just using Google to keep it simple, but I think for the most part, you're going to see the prices are pretty similar across it. Now, the first place that we see here is a capsule hotel. And let me just show you a little bit about this. I made a video about this many years ago at the Shinjuku Kyokushomai Capsule Hotel. This was the cheapest. Capsules are probably the cheapest option for everybody coming here. You get this wristband when you check in. Usually they're under, the wristband corresponds to the number of the capsule. Usually they're under $35 a night. They used to be, but because of the tourists coming in here wanting to stay, they go as high as almost $80 a night, which is crazy. But a lot of people want to pay that. They'll pay that price to stay in this kind of an experience. They're plastic capsules with a TV. Everything's in there. Temperature control, privacy. Don't worry, this is Japan. No one's going to open the door and bother you. I've never had an issue. But it's about like a 1 meter by 2 meters. So if you're over 180 centimeters, it's going to be a little tight. If you're over that, you're probably going to be sleeping diagonally. But capsule hotels, they're a real option. They're not for families. I repeat, capsule hotels are supposed to be, they're designed for business people to crash for the night because they're going out drinking, they wake up early, and they get out. Tourists are going to capsule hotels to try to plan their trips around it. You can't do that. But for kids, Definitely not. They put the dirty content on those TVs sometimes. So if you've got a 12-year-old son, yeah, maybe not, okay? Unless, I don't know what kind of a parent you are, but I certainly wouldn't be doing that. So the capsule hotels are certainly the cheapest options here. Let's go, so we're gonna start with that. Let's go through the Google hotel search here. I'm gonna, again, take you through, you know what, before I do that, let me pause this. Before I do that, let me give you an overview of Shinjuku, the area, so you get an idea of what this, of the city is like. So, like a lot of people wanna stay in Shinjuku because it's just a vibrant place, right? It's just got entertainment, it's got attractions, it's got natural beauty with the Shinjuku Gyoen, the park there. You have vantage points around the city, which is absolutely stunning. There's the Metropolitan Building on the right side. That's Tochomai, which is probably the most expensive part of it. And then you have here the Kabukicho area and Shin-Okubo, which are the budget areas, but Kabukicho is certainly getting more expensive here. And then we have the park area where you're gonna find more boutique hotels in this area, probably around the $100 to $150, maybe going up a little bit more than that. And then Shinjuku's Southern Terrace, which is the southern part of the station. There's some hotel options there. I like that area as a tourist, but not as many. Golden Gai is where the entertainment is, this area. So Kabukicho is where most of the tourists will come because there's a lot of food and nightlife in this area. Nihon Neo, thank you, and Bobby Hawk, I really appreciate it. Before we get too deep into this, I want to thank our sponsor for this episode, Magical Trip. I actually was here with Magical Trip on a foodie tour. You can stay at a hotel accommodations here, and you can take a tour with a local guide to local places, local restaurants. This one was a Wagyu and a sake tasting. It was really cool because he gave me information on this area that I wasn't aware of previously. I also took with Magical Trip the Hiroshima tour with a local. His great uncle, I believe, was, I think it was a great uncle. He was 93 when I interviewed him, 92, and he saw the bomb came into the city the day after, and I interviewed him for this episode. But it was a really wonderful experience to get that local touch, to get information from them. And then the Kyoto foodie tour, which was extraordinary. I got a chance to go into restaurants that I might be intimidated to go into, but because I was with a local guide and with other people, you can go in there. Now I'm probably okay, but by myself I'd be a little bit shy. That's why for solo travelers, I think Magical Trip is really a good way to go. It's all inclusive, and they helped me out and showed me some ramen places to jump into later on. So Magical Trip, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. The links are in the description, 5% off right now if you use the coupon code ONLYINJAPAN. Hello, yeah, you can say hi really quickly. I'm in the middle of it. Hi. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
I always watch your...
Oh, well, where are you guys from?
Philippines.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping, guys. Are you staying here in Shinjuku?
No, just going around. We're going home tomorrow.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I'm glad you had a good trip, yeah?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Personal.
What?
You look better in personal, huh?
I look better in person. Oh, I like you. Thanks, guys. All right, have a good one. From Philippines. I'm trying to get as much information in here as possible for you all. So I'm gonna break this down here. So I want to show you some of the hotels, show you what some of the options are. Again, the price points start off, I guess the cheapest one, around $35 in this area, but I went into something that was neutral. I don't know, 2 months from now, 2-3 months from now, just to see what the prices are like. And there's a lot of availability still from May, which is a good sign. The demand is still pretty high though, so the prices are higher in this area. A lot of people want to stay here. So I rotated around here looking. I love to use Google because it does this by the map, and I can search based on the map where to go. A lot of the other sites have the same platform. Let's look here at some of the options. I think I went into the the closest to the station here, and I clicked in here. And the great thing with it, like the surfing is so easy. We went right into the Kyokushomai Capsule Hotel. I could not believe it was 7,500 yen, which is about $50 for this. And it really hasn't changed that much. It looks kind of the same inside there. Some renovations. They opened up a women's capsule up on the top floor, which is locked for privacy. So that's good. I think a lot of foreign travelers worry, but I showed you the inside of that. But $50 is kind of high. Just nearby is another place You can see what it looks like here. Kind of nice here, but a little retro. Some of the stuff looks like it's going back to the 1980s, a mix. That's a Citadines Central. I go a little bit further towards the park, Imano Tokyo Hostel, which is a price point about $75 a night. But this is not a lot for that price point. You're getting communal stuff. It looks like you're gonna have a lot of fun with other people that are staying there, and the community areas look really nice. Good for a work holiday, but they're just like bunk beds for $75 a night. I don't know. I think maybe, I don't know. It's everybody's hotel, Shinjuku Hotel Park. Looks like it's been renovated because I could tell from that bathroom. Whenever they put blurry photos in here, you get a little suspicious, but there you go. Basically, simple business hotel type of a stay. You can see what it is, one room, very tight. Maybe you can put 2 people in there, but that's about $65, $70 a night. Dash Living, which is also near the park. Looks like it's really nice here, a little bit more space. Comfortable, looks like it's a boutique place. That's what I was telling you about. TV up there. That looks like a really comfortable stay. That's kind of expensive though, at about $180, $190 a night. Again, this area is really expensive. 37,000 yen, or about $250 a night. This looks like you're getting the whole place, like an entire apartment, something like an Airbnb. But you got a kitchen, a washing machine. Basically, you can live out of here, but it's about $80 a night, I want to say. It's hard to do that. I think that the taxes are all included in these prices, right? I moved over towards closer to the station area. There's some more famous hotels in this place. This is the Century Southern in the Southern Terrace area, and you're getting bigger space now. These are more, I guess, like international standard hotels, but you're going to be paying for it. This is about $250 a night, I think. Great views of the park right there. Wow. There's a Docomo Tower. Looks great. This is a new building. It's been renovated. I think this was a Microsoft building before. You get to get a nice breakfast inside of here. International standard. Again, you're going to be paying for this. It's about $280 a night, $270 a night. The Zenri something. I don't know if you guys can see that there. This is closer to Yoyogi. It looks a little bit old, but it's right next to McDonald's if that's what you like. Which probably means you're going to have to smell it, which is, depends. That's a continental breakfast, usually a hard-boiled egg and some bread, maybe some fruits, a little salad. But let's see what the price point is again. Look at that key. That's interesting. It's kind of a retro experience there. Yeah, the chairs look like that. That's about $110 a night at the exchange rate now. I went into the JR Kyushu, which is an island in one of the 4 main islands near Fukuoka. They have a hotel here. JR is its own private company. They have broken up into departments, and the Kyushu one has a hotel in Shinjuku of all places. And it looks really nice. It really does. But again, this was like $300 a night. Boy, look at that bakery stuff. Really brand new, kind of a very modern theme. Even the glasses, all the details. Yeah, it's about $325 a night for May. A little pricey. Tochomai. Here we got some of the Kadoya, which is one of the cheaper hotels in this area. You can see the foreigner having that Tokyo experience. But then they show you Kabukicho and then a photo of what looks like a basic business hotel, which is why the price point is the cheapest one in that area. I like the accessibility, and a lot of the hotels are starting to really include that and promote that. But this hotel, again, this is an area where there's a lot of conventions and business looking. That's what a typical Japanese business hotel room looks like. Desk, bed, TV. That's $170, $160 in that area. And then this is right next to the Hyatt Regency, which is over $300. Nice view of Fuji, but the rooms are more spacious. Again, I think you get what you pay for. The Hyatt Regency is a little bit retro, but they've renovated where it's a nice retro where it's a modern. It just depends on the room. You're gonna get a nice breakfast, depending on the level of room, the prices could go up and down, but I believe that these are the starting prices. And then of course they have the Hilton, which is really expensive. That's about $500 a night. But again, if you've got a budget, it's probably worth it. The area is nice, a lot of restaurants in this area. and there's a lot of salary people, so businesses usually will pay with their expense accounts to put you up here, and people with some budget. So that's the prices. That's not per night, that's per night. These are per night ones. Tokyo Mai is where the government building is, and you can see everything is pretty expensive. The Kyoto Plaza, this hotel, I think that's a little bit pricey. I'm pretty sure in Rakuten you can get this down a lot, but Kyoto Plaza has been here for decades, and this is a really nice hotel. Everybody who's ever stayed there has had a pretty good experience. I think it's usually like $150 a night, actually. So I'm not sure, I guess the price is high season. They've renovated it, some of the rooms, I believe, so they look nice here. Again, you're gonna get that view of Fuji on the higher levels. They have a Hinamatsuri exhibit still going on, I believe. Pool on the roof, I think. But the rooms are very spacious compared to, considering it's in Shinjuku, and I think that for cost performance, the Kyoto Plaza is really good. I stayed there one night. A tour company put me up there to try it out, and I was really happy. Breakfast was great. Kyoto Plaza is in a great area too. I like that side of Shinjuku. It's different from Kabukicho. Now this, let's go right for it. The Gracery, Hotel Gracery. I always call it the Grammary. The Gracery Shinjuku. This is the one with Godzilla right there, and it's a little bit, it's smaller than the big chain hotels that were about $500 a night. But for cost performance, this is not bad. It's just expect the double room to be smaller than usual. But you are getting Godzilla, you are getting a really great location. This is central in Kabukicho, which is the entertainment district. This is where you're gonna get a lot of nightlife. I like this area. I haven't stayed at this hotel, but I have been up to that cafe. It's really nice. They've done a great job. This is a newer hotel. It was built maybe about, I'd say 10 years ago. The location can't be beat if you're thinking about entertainment. A lot of tourists stay here. What is that, $150 a night? So it's pretty good. Cost performance, I think you can get even cheaper. This is a cabin. This word cabin gets thrown around a lot. It just means like smaller and affordable, typically. It looks like the staff is there to welcome you. They look like English speakers. Continental breakfast, kind of small. Don't expect a lot out of it. And it looks like it's near Shin Okubo, near the rail tracks in Higashi. Is that Nishi Shinjuku? Oh, see that matcha cake right there? This looks like it's gonna be reasonably priced, but the experience you get here is I think it's like 2 stars. Yeah, 2 to 3 stars. Kind of Appa Hotel, which is a standard. I'd say Appa Hotel would be like a standard hotel. Looks like a B&B right in Saya. Yeah, it could be. It looks kind of boutique. That's a 3-star hotel. Okay, and that's under $100 for that. Because of the location in near Shin Okubo, the prices really go down in Shin Okubo. You can see here, the Yamanote Rest House is the cheapest. That's about under $40 for this. Looks like a regular house, and they've renovated it to make it into a guest house. You got bunk beds with community showers. It looks pretty nice in here. Clean, but basic, you know? If you want your money to stretch and be in the area, this is probably a good option. It looks like it got really good reviews. I like Google.com for this because the reviews seem pretty honest, because you get a lot of reviews because a lot of people use this. I don't know if you book it, but I'd use several platforms to check the prices out and check out the reviews. The Yanote, it says Yamanote, but I think they called it Yanote Guest House. It's pretty basic, but you can't beat that price. You can probably get it even cheaper. Booking.com, you can see there was 10,000 yen. Google.com had it for 5,000 yen. So that's a big difference. That's a big difference. And the reviews are pretty good. And there's a lot of reviews. There's, I think there are several hundred reviews for this place. So I looked at them. It gives me an idea of what to expect from the reviews. Look at the most recent ones for the best, and that's how I kind of gauge a hotel before I stay there. How you doing, Makuro X? Nice to see you guys. Shin Okubo is the budget area. This is like the ethnic food area. Boy, they got a lot of Korean street food in this area as well. Really good stuff. It smells different, it feels different in Shin Okubo for sure. But again, if you just scan around, the hotels are so much cheaper. They basically are all around $100 or under, which is great if that's your price point. I would, if you're looking to stretch your money though, I wouldn't be staying in Shinjuku at all. I'd probably stay maybe Nakano, a little bit away outside. Asakusa is probably my favorite place to stay. Ramsey Silent, 57 months, congratulations. The Orion Resort, I looked at the prices at $4,500, it was about $3,000 a night, but I'm guessing it's the whole place. You'll see some wacky prices, and it might just be because it's high season and they're seeing if somebody bites, but it looks like you rent out the whole place, but the location can't be beat. And if you're getting for a whole place, maybe you got 10 people, comes out to about, I don't know, a couple $100 per person at that price. Not sure if it's worth it. We see next to it, the Standard. It's the Appa Hotel. I think we're gonna go there next. Oh, okay, no, let's go to the Shinokubo guest house. This is, I don't know how they justify the price. I think the other platforms probably have different deals. Sometimes they have contracts with like Booking.com or Rakuten.com. But in Higashi Shinjuku, Appa Hotel's got several locations. There's two next to each other. One of them is a renovated hotel. This one here, I believe it's not, I don't know if it's new. I believe it's renovated. So everything looks sort of retro. The bathroom, the tiles and the bathtub look sort of retro, but it's cheaper by about $8 to the one across the street from it. You see, basically, Appa Hotel, their rooms are small, but for cost performance, they're new but small. So and they don't change the sheets to save money, which is also why it's a little bit cheaper. They really find ways to economize. And then the one across the street from here is, you can see it's about, I don't know, 700 yen cheaper. Just, I don't know if it's worth it. 3 stars. I'd say give it 2.5 really. Looks like it's a brand new building, so I would stay here. It looks like an upgrade. The wallpaper, I don't know, the CEO of Appa Hotel, I kind of question her style a little bit. But if you don't mind her style, because I think she made it in her style, the wallpaper, the chandeliers inside, the little gaudy for me, but hey, you know, it's a functional, good place, fast internet, cannot complain. Location's always great. They have point cards for loyalty programs, things like that. It might be worth considering the Appa Hotel, and the location, Higashi Shinjuku, is pretty close to the action. It's like 10 minutes from the entertainment district. You're pretty close in there. Again, you see some cabin written in there, sort of a keyword for compact and cheap, but bigger than a capsule. Tokyo Stay is right there. That's a chain. Toyoko Inn, also a chain. Washington Hotel, another chain. These are really affordable ones with good loyalty programs, something to consider for sure. I don't have any recommendations for cell phone providers. I use Docomo here. There you go. I hope that kind of breaks it down, the areas. Shinokubo, that area, probably the cheapest. If you're looking for budget, you're still within walking distance of the entertainment, but if you're looking at wanting to stay here in Kabukicho, I think in 2025 you're going to be paying more for the privilege because it's just so popular. And a lot of first timers into Shinjuku, they don't know that this was the notorious like gangster kind of scummy area. I say this as someone who's been living here for a very long, and there's 2 cops on bikes. Anyone know the Chip song? That's so cool. It's starting to feel a little bit of rain. You're starting to see more people come in here not knowing it. Like Japanese, I don't think they would stay here as their first choice. They would probably stay somewhere else, to be honest with you. But foreign tourists don't know any better. So they'll be staying in what has a reputation of being a really scummy area. And it still is. There's parts, maybe Gochome over there, a little bit, be careful after midnight, but you're probably gonna be okay. Don't go in for a massage, wink, wink, don't do it. But I think over the course of your stay, you're gonna find this is a really affordable option, but a competitive one because new tourists who are coming here don't know the history of it. They know that there's a lot more entertainment, especially over that building, which is that new Kabuki Tower. They make the top of it look like it's in the sky. It's kind of cool over there. Daji is the right word, Aiken. Daji. Shinjuku Station is over there, and if you just go underneath the rail tracks, which is the Yamanote line, the Keihin Tohoku line, you'll get to you'll get to the Tochomai area, which is a really expensive one. So it's about a 15-minute walk to get to the Hilton. Everything's kind of close, so it's hard to justify the price. There's Shinjuku JR station over there, which is undergoing a big renovation. I'll take you over there if you want. Do you have any questions? I really hope that this is a useful guide for you if you're considering staying here in Shinjuku. I hope this is useful for you. And again, this is a live stream, so I appreciate all the questions and the support here. All right, let me know some of the questions here. I'm here looking at you guys. Ask away. Thinking about staying in Ikebukuro. That is not a bad option. It's got a younger vibe to it. It's certainly got, let me see if I can get more. All right, there you go. Ikebukuro's got a young vibe to it. It's got a lot more entertainment at a more reasonable price. I would probably pick Ikebukuro over Shinjuku. Yeah, and it's also on the Yurakucho line and the Yamanote line, and it's got a lot of other options that Shinjuku doesn't. I don't know, Shinjuku's kind of like, it's kind of like adult entertainment scummy in my, like that's just the way I kind of think about it because I've been here for a long time, but it's really changed a lot. Don't get me wrong. Let me see if you guys have any more questions here. Long-term stays, that's excellent. I think that's when you start to look at Airbnb, you start to look at monthly mansions. David, I have a video on this channel. Search Only in Japan Go monthly mansion, and you'll get what it looks like inside there. He paid about $1,500 a month next to Ueno Station. Ueno, which is incredible. It's right next to the Yamanote line. He's got kitchen, bathroom, washer, dryer, everything you could expect. And it was really comfortable as a stay. So go check out that video. I recommend something like that for a long stay. Omori's not bad, but that's a little bit off of the beaten path. Not a lot to do there. But if you want that residential Tokyo experience, maybe that's a good place. You know what I mean? Looking for questions here. Are there any affordable hotels near the Big Loft store? Is that the Big Loft store where? In Shinjuku? In Shibuya? I'm not sure where. Tokyo's always changing. It's crazy. I don't know. There's probably, everything costs about $100 or more, and it's hard to find a real budget option. Kabukicho has become a slum in recent years. Kabukicho was a slum before recent years. Kabukicho was a slum well before. I don't even know if slum is the right word. Dodgy. Adult entertainment, massages, hostess clubs. It's not the kind of place that I personally would stay. Although I stayed in the Capsule Hotel back in the day to show you guys why or what it's like inside there. So if you want to see that really quickly here. The Capsule Hotels, I don't know if again, this is not for families. There's a lot of Capsule Hotels here because there's a lot of business people here. So if you're thinking of staying in a Capsule Hotel, I think the experience is pretty cool. First Cabin is a chain that is pretty comfortable. It's a little bit larger, but that is not a capsule. It's a cabin. It's not a capsule, so to speak. I think that might be a more comfortable stay for long term. There's not a lot of storage space. I think the bed, underneath the bed is where you would store the stuff. It's usually for one, though. Capsule hotels are not for families. I repeat, do not ask me that question anymore. It's disgusting. I haven't stayed in a capsule in years, but I used to find boogers on the walls. They were not really well cleaned. And if they have adult content on the TVs there, I want you to think the type of dudes who stay there, usually it's for guys only. Like, what's on the ceiling? What's on the walls? I don't want to touch anything. I've had to stay in capsule hotels because there's nothing else. I don't touch anything. I don't turn on the TV. I plug in my smartphone to charge it. I go to sleep, and I wake up, I open the curtain, I get out, I go like this, and I get the heck out. That's just me because I kind of, Don't bring a black light. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Michael, there you go. Don't do it. You don't want to know. Just saying. But that's what you pay for. I don't know what kind of fluids, but I'm sure that having those alcohol wet tissues, use them. Use them. I saw them changing the sheets and stuff. They do not wash the walls inside the capsule. If someone was sick before, coughing and stuff, yeah, just stuff to think about. I'm not a germaphobe, but my God, Caps hotels are nasty. How do you feel about Ebis as a base? Why not? I think if you're going to spend that kind of money, and Ebis is going to be expensive because it's got a brand attached to it, I would just stay. You might as well. I don't know. Ebis is kind of pricey, but it is a nice neighborhood. But I think I don't know. I don't know if Ebis is the best place to stay, but I'm putting it through my mind. It's on the Yamanote line. It seems really convenient, but I think if you're looking for, it depends if you're looking, what your price point is. If you're looking for affordable, places like Ryogoku, just a little bit away from the Yamanote line, is where you're going to get really great deals. Yeah, there you go. The cheapest area in Tokyo is where I'll probably go next. I was thinking about taking you guys to Ueno and Okachimachi to do this I think, did I do one there yet? I was going to do an accommodation episode over there. It's a lot cheaper and a lot more affordable in that area of Tokyo. And you saw, because the range of accommodations is so wide. There's not a lot of luxury except for that. There are some, but Ueno's an older area of Tokyo, so you're going to get a lot better deals. It's on the Yamanote line. You got a lot of transportation options. It's a great hub. It's also, you got the Shinkansen there in Ueno. So, might be a good place. Very close to Asakusa, Asuka. People have a way to say it. Asakusa. So there you go. The cheapest hotel in Tokyo. I don't know. That's one that I would never. Michael Sasano in the house. Aloha. Snack time. Mahalo. I haven't eaten lunch. There's something. All right, the signal's kind of going in and out right now. Thanks all for the questions. By all means, if you have anything, leave a comment below and let me know what your thoughts are on this. But when it comes to accommodation, there's a lot of cheap accommodations over at Shinokubo and a lot of luxury stuff in Tochomai, but you're gonna get what you pay for, basically. Price it out. If it's expensive on one platform, try another one. Rakuten and Jalan.net, JALAN.net, are Japan-based places that you could check out. Sometimes hotels have agreements with them, so the price is pretty good there. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you in another episode real soon. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for the support. If you haven't already, go check out the latest episode. I can't even find the thumbnail anymore. Where'd it go? What? Oh, here it is. Go check out the episode. I actually drove from Shinjuku out to the mountains of Tokyo. This episode's doing quite well. Thank you. 100,000 views already on the Nishio episode. And I got a message from Rise, and he said, thank you. He said, somebody nice from Hawaii booked out almost the entire month of October or something. Mahalo. He said his place is getting booked solid, and he's so excited. He said that the reception from you guys watching has been incredible. This is an episode of the main channel, so thank you for that. And for the Hawaiians that are going to stay there, Rise is so excited. He's going to make sure that you have a really great time. He sent me a video of some of viewers who stayed there already. Look, they did the exact same thing that I did in the video. They did the exact same thing that I did in the video, which is like they went to the unagi place. They went inside, they picked up the unagi, then they went to go eat it. It's like, whoa, he made a tour out of the video, which is awesome. He took him to the same izakaya. He took him to the neighbor across the street to go say hi. He took him to all these local places. I said, make sure you take him to where those characters live. So that's kind of cool. It's like there's these weird characters on the streets of Nishio, and you can see the real people based on those characters. It's like one of those quirky things that's only in Japan, right? So go check that out. All right, everybody, take care from Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment below if you have any on this particular episode. Let me know where else you'd like me to go and do an accommodation guide. I have a couple of them already, and I'll see you again real soon. Mata ne.